For the past 9 holiday seasons, Hillcrest School has included these beautiful poinsettias for sale to the general public.
This is the Hillcrest AgriScience fundraiser with poinsettias. And we sell the poinsettias to raise money for our program. We go on CBI. Sometimes the kids get lunch. Sometimes we buy pig feed. It just, depends on what the agriculture program needs.
Along with feed and other items, the AgriScience program offers the students a way to show what they've accomplished and what they've learned along the way.
Today is practicing their social skills. They will greet customers. They will help customers with their purchases going to the car. They'll help with money transactions. We practice social skills and manners and how to say hello.
Why are selling plants so important to the school, but more importantly to the students of Hillcrest and the benefits it provides, which are priceless?
The poinsettia sale is extremely important to our program because of the funds that it generates, but even more importantly than that, it gives my students an opportunity to interact with the community. Lots of people come in that are not school board based, and they can be polite and they can practice skills that we work on at work study all through the year. So I think that's the most important thing.
There's foster kids that are in families that have trouble buying them gifts for the holidays, and so they give us lists of what they like, and then we go out shopping and buy them their gifts.
We've adopted families for probably the last 5 or 6 years, but the foster families, this is our 2nd year doing it. These kids, they don't have families, and that's what Christmas is about, is families. So I really feel, even if you don't have anything, if you have your family, you can still have a good Christmas. And I think that's another reason I went to foster kids, because they don't have the families. Okay guys, I need 2 to 3 shopping carts. I need someone calculating, because we can't go over, we have a check for $300. You can only spend $300. Between the Pink Ladies Service Club and National Honor Society, we go shopping. And we have adopted 29 to 30 foster kids this year, which we did about 25 last year. And we have a wish list for them, and we try to get as close as we can to what they want, and with a few extras thrown in. And some of our kids, a lot of our kids bring in donations at the same time too. But we go through and I have the kids look for things, and we really try to match them up with things that they can use, things that they can move with, require little batteries, little maintenance, and things that they can just take if they have to get up and move somewhere.
What are we looking for?
A sport pillow, like a football, a basketball. See if you can find one down that aisle.
They have like a Gators blanket. It was also about finding the most money efficient way to get them what they wanted.
We have a football. We need a football pump.
Okay, I'm sure we can find that.
We got a football, but no pump for this kid.
Missed my part. I got the pump.
And how much is the pump?
With the needles, it's $5.86.
We have a check already made out, so we have to keep to our budget. That's one of the hard things. And you have different kids, how much we've already spent on them, because we have other gifts we've already gotten before this, and we have their list of what they want. So then we call out what they need to get. We're looking for this price. If we can't find it, we find a substitute within the same price range. And I leave a little squiggle room in case we want to spend a little bit more on someone for a special gift, because I like to get the special gifts for these kids. I try to get what's on their wish list as close as I can. Colors and everything. And the kids were really getting into that too. What color, which I appreciate when the kids get into it. They have fun doing this for the other kids.
We found this one is cheaper, but this one's pink and it's a little more expensive.
And what's her favorite color?
Pink.
Then she needs to get the more expensive one.
Pink ones. And then we found a handbag.
Oh,
it's all under $30. It was actually a lot of fun. Like, it helps me get into the Christmas spirit. It's the season of giving, so that was a lot of fun.
I'll send maybe the boys to go for boy toys and the girls to get the girl toys. And we go and look, we tried to stay in the toys first, and then we went for the older kids. We went to the makeup and jewelry for the girls and the videos for the boys. She likes Twister too.
So they're getting Twister.
And she likes,
more perfume.
Okay, how much is Twister?
$12.84.
Okay, so just put 13 to make it even. We have to keep track of who gets the gift, how much we spent on each kid, and how much we spent total at the store, so when we go to the checkout, we can not go over. And what I usually do is have a few extra things go under a little bit. That way we can throw some extra presents in if we don't hit the amount that we're spending. They have to sort through. We have to make sure each child has the right toy. They have the right list with that child, and then we cross off the prices on them, because we don't want them to know how much we spent on them. We're getting it all together, then we'll see if someone doesn't have as much. We have the couple extra gifts, like I said, and we'll put that with someone who didn't get as much.
Buying presents isn't the only way Debbie LaPorte students help out the community.
We started in about 2002 or 2003 collecting warm clothes, outerwear, blankets, for different schools and places to give it to. We saw some kids that were going to school without coats, and that's what started the whole thing. We don't want to see little kids cold.
The clothes that we get as donations from other kids in this school that don't need them, we take and we donate it to other places, such as Labor Ready, to elementary schools and Hillcrest.
We started giving it to elementary schools. Like Oak Crest was our first one because they're right down the street, and then we opened it up to Evergreen because we had extra coats. And Hillcrest gets a lot of our things.
A lot of the people that go to Labor Ready don't have the starting equipment, and you know, they're going there to do some work, but obviously some of them won't even have the requisite clothes to, you know, work in these cold times. You know, a lot of times they don't even have places to sleep in, and so we collect coats, big coats, you know, adult clothing, and sleeping bags to help them out. And a lot of times these things serve as their only way to keep warm in Ocala, you know, during the rough winter times.
We even had one gentleman say that it was his bed. So we're trying to keep people warm in Ocala when it gets cold. We don't have that many cold winter times, but when we do, they need to keep warm too.
It's a program that really helps them out, and it gives us a sense of happiness and giving, you know, because it's Christmas time.
The Public Education Foundation has a similar program to help students countywide.
Coats for Kids is a coat closet that started here at the Public Education Foundation about 3 years ago. And we stock this room with coats in sizes pre-K through seniors in high school. And the idea of it is for any Marion County Public School employee to be able to come down and choose a coat for a student in need. As we know, there are some mornings where it's in the 30s or 40s when kids are outside waiting to catch that school bus or walking or riding their bike to school. And we want them to be warm. We want them to be comfortable. We want them to be encouraged to attend school that day and not stay home because it's cold. And we want them to know that people have cared enough about them to provide them with that warm coat. It's been evolving and growing every year, both through the amount of requests that we are receiving. Last year we gave out over 350 coats and jackets, and it's also growing through the community support. We have lots of clubs and service organizations at our high schools that support Coats for Kids. Mojo Grill and Catering Company did a coat drive for us. We've gotten great retailers to provide us with coats. And for those that come in gently used and need to be dry cleaned, Wayne's Dry Cleaning provides the dry cleaning to us free of charge.
To help out with Coats for Kids, you can contact the Public Education Foundation of Marion County at 671-4167. Or Vanguard High School has a drop box in the front office where you can donate to Warm Up Ocala. Replays of the 67th Annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade can be seen every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through January 3rd. The replays air at 7 on Friday and Saturday evenings and 2 Sunday afternoons. We would like to thank the more than 225 different individuals, organizations, and companies who donated to our schools last year. Combined, you contributed just over $1 million to help our students and teachers. Here's how some of that money was used.
Thanks to a generous donation, we were able to get iPads for the deaf and hard of hearing students here in Marion County. These iPads have provided them so many different things. I can't even begin to explain how much it's done for the children. They've been able to have access to visual aids instantaneously while lessons are taking place to learn new vocabulary. They've had the ability to find sign language resources and endless educational applications. The apps are great for vocabulary expansion, language acquisition, early learning literacy skills, and it's just endless what you guys have been able to provide for us. Thank you so much for your generous donation.
Marion County Public Schools will shut down for the Christmas break at the end of the day on the 18th and won't reopen until January 4th, with students returning on January 5th. K-12 Connect will also be taking a holiday break, returning with our first show of the new year 1 week later on January 12th. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.